Hey, this is Kev. This is BMBBH, and if always reminding you if you like our stuff to go below the screen and hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, whatever you want to see when I upload, we upload. Yeah, this story didn't get a whole lot of attention because of course, the shooting death of Botham Jean. Of course, Officer Amber Geiger entered Botham Jean's apartment, his apartment, and shot him. But let's shift the attention to Cincinnati for a second. Um, the An 11-year-old girl was tased while in the act of shoplifting from a Kroger in Cincinnati, Ohio, by Officer Kevin Brown. Yes, this is indeed sad, and I do have news footage, um, courtesy of WLWT.com. Um, this happened, I think, August 7th, and the body cam footage was released, and uh, the guy really said a mouthful. It's not body cam footage. He didn't have it on. He didn't have his body camera on when he tased the little girl, but they do have the aftermath. It also shows the barbs being pulled from her back in the first clip, but I do have two more clips. One clip includes the Fraternal Order Police President, Sergeant Dan Hills of Cincinnati, and is the usual case of Blue Lives Matter right there, and the mother and the little girl talking in the aftermath. Now, since then, the charges against the little girl have been dropped. Three girls were involved in running away from Officer Kevin Brown. And my guess is that the fat bastard got tired and the slowest little girl he hit with the taser. There were policy violations involved. As the Cincinnati PD put it, and he's on restrictive duty right now. It's like, why isn't this motherfucker? Why is this fat bastard sitting at home? Like, I don't get this Blue Lives Matter shit. But anyway, let me let the news footage speak for it. Yeah. All right. First, we're gonna show you the body cam footage. Let me expand the screen. I do not own the rights to this footage. This is courtesy of WLWT.com. Interesting.
I'm gonna call your mama. Come on, let's go.
Moments after shocking 11-year-old Donesha Gowdy with a taser, Officer Kevin Brown escorts her back into this Kroger store where she and two other juveniles stole more than $50 in food and clothing.
Sweetheart, the last thing I want to do is tase you like that. When I say stop, you stop. You know you called. Just stop. That hurt my heart to do that to you.
Oh man, this guy's fucking ridiculous. Is like you ask yourself, is $50 worth of merchandise worth bringing harm and injury by tasing to a little girl? You know, some of these kids have heart conditions. I mean, what if she had been that one kid? This dumbass piece of shit. I mean, it gets worse from here. So,
showing his concern, Brown states.
Yep, that's Officer Kevin Brown right there. And that's our little Donesha Gowdy, the girl that got tased. Yeah. Thank God beyond a few scrapes and, you know, a little emotional trauma, nothing, you know.
He's with Donesha to keep her calm while the fire department removes the barbs from her back.
Okay, that's fine. Just relax. Just relax.
Ridiculous.
Police protocol to review every use of force incident based on the department's internal review.
There it is again. Get a good look at that mug.
Brown's first policy violation was not warning Donesha about the taser.
Then I gotta listen to all these idiots out here in the parking lot tell me how I was wrong for tasing you. You broke the law, and you fled as I tried to apprehend you.
Yeah. Wow. Like, yeah, they probably told him a lot more than that, is my guess.
The use of force review also says Brown did not turn on his body camera in time and expressed a prejudice concerning race.
You know what, sweetheart? This is why there aren't any grocery stores in the black community, because of all this going on.
A year and a half ago, Brown was reprimanded for using a homophobic slur also heard on his body camera. Police Chief Elliot Isaac has not yet said what disciplinary action Brown could face for this.
Yeah, take a look at it. That's another look at him.
Recent incident, but is open to updating the department's use of force policy.
I believe we may make some changes, some tweaks, but I believe overall we have a very solid policy.
Thanks for the transparency, guy. All right. So, let's see. Okay. Now, this is the. Yeah. Look at this douchebag. This is Sergeant Dan Hills. Here's his reaction to the tasing of an 11-year-old girl. Yeah, I want y'all to see this. This guy is special.
If my child was caught stealing and got tased, tasing would be the highlight of his day.
Oh my God. Like, yeah, tasing would probably be the highlight of his day, but he'd probably be mad as fuck and probably go through all his little friends and like, no, that's my little boy. That's my little the dude doesn't give a shit. But yeah, you know, let's watch the usual crap.
Police union president.
Oh, and let me add, this video also includes an interview with Donesha Gowdy and Donna Gowdy, her mom. Donesha Gowdy is, of course, the little girl who got tased at Kroger by fat boy officer Kevin Brown.
Sergeant Dan Hills admits not every officer is going to respond the same way, but this officer was within his rights to use force.
We are not robots. We are not perfect, but you have to be within a reasonableness guideline. I think in the end we'll find out we were in that reasonableness guideline.
11-year-old Donesha Gowdy says she was stealing pop, a bag of chips, and some candy when she ignored the officer's request to stop, then felt the barbs hit her back.
Okay, let's review some facts. So the merchandise she got wasn't even worth the $50 total in merchandise, which means the other two girls, whoever they are, got away with more than she did. And they might not even be in the same household. So honestly, $50, like, let's take it down from $50 to a possible $6. $6 is not worth tasing an 11-year-old girl for. Oh, grown ass man should have known that shit.
I feel, and when I start shaking, and I turn around, start shaking.
Donesha says it was painful, but she is going to be okay. And her mother, Donna Gowdy, wants the officer held accountable.
The officer, he needs to get punished. I need justice from him. He was wrong.
Both Donesha and her mother agree they cannot defend what she did, but say the officer's actions did not fit the crime.
Should no 7-year-old, no 11-year-old, if they're not adults, they shouldn't be getting tased. You know, so I understand they 16, 17 or something like that, but this 11-year-old child, she didn't deserve it.
The officer isn't responsible for how somebody's mother would feel. He's responsible to the policies and procedures.
For real? He isn't responsible for how someone's mother would feel? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and assume that his mother is probably, I don't know. I shouldn't make comments like that. Those are evil. What's not going to happen in this report right here is here's other statements via another news report that Sergeant Hill has made about this case. Here's his comments, and I quote, "There seems to be a lack of shock that a juvenile suspect of this age has no respect for people's property rights." Yeah, that was a voice. That wasn't me. He also added in the exchange caught on the body camera that Officer Brown was not, and I quote, condemning her or anything about her race. You know, because that's why black people can't have none. You know, that's basically what he was saying. And he also added, and I quote, Officer Brown is an African American, and he was talking to an African American juvenile suspect, and his expressing feelings about why it is that retail struggle sometimes in some communities. So that's all you need to know about this fucker right here. So let's go to the interview that focused more on you know, the mother and the little girl. And by the way, the charges, if I haven't mentioned it, the charges against the little girl has been dropped. Yes, I mean, rightfully so. I mean, it's appropriate. So let's watch this interview right here.
It's the age of the victim.
You know, so I understand they 16, 17 or something like that, but
there's a mother.
11-year-old child, she didn't deserve it.
Donna Gowdy is the mother of 11-year-old Donesha Gowdy. They both admit she was shoplifting when the officer, who's also African American, told her to stop.
They begged me to walk out, so I walked out. And when he told me to stop, kept going.
Now, why'd you keep going when he said stop?
Because I was scared.
Donesha says she was walking away when she was hit in the back with a taser.
They tased her in the back. So, first of all, she said she stopped, and then she fell. Then shivering. So, evidently, this man was holding this taser like this with my baby to be sitting here shivering.
Police say none of the cameras at Kroger captured the incident, and the officer tried but failed to turn on his body camera before the incident. Today, Vice Mayor Chris Smitherman signed a motion to raise the allowable age for tasers
Vice mayors
from 7 to 12.
have those.
I understand, obviously, comprehensively.
I mean, brother doing his thing.
And maybe why the officer thought that tasing was the best course of use of force and not detaining the child.
Meanwhile, Donna is pressing Donesha to understand her part in the incident. You're not defending what she did.
Oh, no, I'm not defending what she did. Like I said, what she did was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, two wrongs don't make it right. That's just flat out. He's an adult. He should have known better.
Yep, he should have known better. I totally and 100% agree. Okay, my opinion is that they should just go ahead and fire his fat ass. I'm sorry if you feel like I'm fat shaming, but so what? Fuck this guy. I mean, you know, look, fuck him. Fire his ass. I mean, as far as his comments about why you can't have, like, no, you're stereotyping, bro. You're stereotyping, bro. And, you know, I do admit to some of the shortcomings we have in the black community. But come on, it's because you weren't in shape. You couldn't run after the girl, so you had the taser. Fuck that dude on restrictive duty. Restrictive duty, what? He's at a desk? I mean, shit. Well, anyway, tell me what y'all think in the comment section of this. This is some bullshit. I mean, sorry that I didn't give attention to this earlier. But I'll try to do better with things like this. But anyway, y'all have a great day. And like I said, if you haven't, go below that screen and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification, and you know, I'll bring you more. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support.